8th night, he said to the local, Northeast Times that he was going to honor his commitment of quote unquote debating or addressing the issues. To my recollection, today, because I monitor as the race is getting close, there were no votes. The Republicans once again recessed because the Sandusky incident came up. There were no votes today.
That's incorrect, Will.
Well,
can we just focus on what you're going to do?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, I just wanted to.
We don't want to debate.
Yeah,
so I apologize.
Right, I didn't interrupt you, right?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
I apologize.
I didn't interrupt you, right?
I said I apologize.
All right, thank you. So, that's the first thing. I just thought it was important. I just start off by saying I thought it was important to honor my commitment of being here to address the constituents and voters of the 177. That's my point of bringing it up. Secondly, my name is, like I said, William Dunbar. I'm a Democrat running for the State House here in the 177. I live in Port Richmond for like the last 7 years with my family, wife and 3 boys. The reason why I'm running, plain and simple, and I kind of get into some of the policy stuff, is because I got sick and tired of not having the resources in our community that we drastically need. What I saw happening from Harrisburg, especially around education, which it was highly publicized, that they cut close to $1 billion from education across the board, from school districts to colleges and universities. So I'm not sure where those statistics, those numbers come from, because our number said that they cut $1 billion, and Representative Taylor voted with his party, the Republican Party, every single time when it came to those cuts. So that's the first piece. So for me, I have like I said, 3 boys, 2 that are school age, and education is a major concern of mine. The other piece is that constituent services. I know a lot of people have had, as I go door to door throughout the entire district, especially here in Northwood, I hear people say about all the resources that they think they may lose if I'm elected or if they vote for me. I want to reassure you that the job that a state representative is supposed to do, whether they're Democrat or Republican, is to serve the community. So I would serve the community the same way that Representative Teller, addressing concerns that you have with electric bills or gas bills or keeping them in your home. The part of the main issue about electing a state representative, I'm sure all of you know, the main part of the job is to go to Harrisburg and represent the interests of your community that you serve, not your party, the interests of your community. And there are several, kind of tying into the policy stuff, several bills that are key that I want people to think about. The women ultrasound bill. I know everyone has another major issue. My opponent has co-sponsored the bill. Thank God it got voted down, but he co-sponsored the bill. The Vote ID bill, the Supreme Court saw it fit to strike it down. He voted for it. He voted for this bill. So what happens is, a lot of times in this political spectrum that people try to spew all this negative stuff, that's not what I'm here in front of you to do. I'm talking about facts, about how his voting record has drastically hurt this community. And a lot of times people don't look at the voting record. What I can tell you, what I can promise you is that you'll always get the honest truth from me. That you'll have the same services, same offices here in the community. All of that is your tax dollars working. None of that is anything magical that's happening. You pay tax dollars, Harrisburg gives the state representative a budget, he provides services here in the community. That's how it works. But what they don't do is force a representative. They have their right to go into Harrisburg and vote for your interests. Another big piece of this current budget that Governor Corbett, once again they passed, they locked in the cuts from the year prior for all the educational cuts. But yet they gave $337 million corporate tax breaks. $337 million tax breaks. These plain facts, and that money could have drastically made a difference in our property tax here in Philadelphia. Because what happens is when the city, shortfall for the city from Harrisburg, they ultimately they raise up your property tax. So when someone comes and tells you, oh, well, I'm trying to do this home exemption, I'm trying to keep in your house, well, if you had got the more money for our resources, in our community from the very beginning, we wouldn't be in this predicament in the first place. So when you can, I'm open for questions. The main reason why I'm running is because we need a change. I believe that it's not even something may not be popular with some people in my party, that I believe that we need term limits. Now, we can debate what those terms are, but for one person to have an office for 28 years, I'm 28 years old. I'm 28 years. Representative Teller has been here since the year I was born. Since the year I was born. We need change. We need change, constant change. I don't plan on being, if I'm elected, if y'all elect me to be your state representative, I do not plan on being your state representative for 30 years because I know that things change. Ideas change. You need new representation. You need a new voice. A voice that is constantly understand what the pulse of the community is. And especially around this issue like the YMCA, that we need resources in our community. All these blight properties happen, I have talked to people all the time, happen over the course that he's been here. So of course he should present legislation. Thank you. Thank you for finally doing your job. So, I say all that to say I hope that I have your support on November 6th.
Has John